Hello. I've been away from YouTube since like a decade, more, 14 years, and I think uh, is because uh, I didn't think I have anything interesting to say, but now I do. It's a tale of success and failure and sweat and blood. A little context about myself. I was a developer, an OK developer, and then I met like a mentor who was my boss. He challenged me, so I moved from a developer. Then I was a full stack developer, then a team leader, and a key account manager, and video, and CTO, and sales, and every fucking thing. And I learned a lot, and I was selling technology to the top, like companies on Chile, the big banks and retail and everything. So I made my way to the big leagues. But something was off. Uh, Something was always off since the company went began to grow. Because we were 11 people. Now it's more than 600. It's crazy. The people, the greed and the corporations, and it sounds cliche, but it's fucking true. So I quit. I quit. A lot of members of my family thought it was a mistake, giving up so much. But something was happening in Chile too. The riots, a revolution. It's very easy to lose track of why you are doing what you choose to do. So I quit. I talked to the one of the business partners of the big company now, and we had a very nice negotiation, and I was able to keep my, I don't know how you call it, severance. I was able to keep it. The first thing I did, because I didn't have any plan, the riots were getting stronger, and the streets are getting crazier, and it was a very hard time, and the pandemics and the riots didn't stop. The pandemics made it more compressed, if that makes any sense. Well, when all this was happening, I decided to to connect with my family. So I went to my father's place, and he lost that business. He was renting. He was an owner of a little place in a commercial gallery. The riots just burned it all. There were bums living in the place. So my father was the owner, so he lost that income. And I had an idea to apply technology to make it automated. I never talked about this before, so it's a good thing to get it out. Now that I say it out loud, it sounds crazy. So I had this place, my father's place, and I said, this is a project, and I'm going to make a convenience store, but only automated and like a bunker to hold the riots. At first it was a broken place, and then I began to take interest in this little space because I thought it was a very interesting place. So I covered the convenience store with steel and and automated everything that it could be automated. I didn't know how to sell. I don't know how to be a merchant, or it was a very challenging project. Like I did wanted to make deliveries, so but the application, the popular application that we have to make the deliveries in that area is Pedidos Ya. Um, and they didn't have at the time an API, so I can inventory synchronization that had to work in the point of sale, like the physical point of sale where the neighborhood was consuming. So I made all of that programming work. The riots were getting like worse, and people were injured. At the beginning, they tried to kill me because I was there and they were protesting, and I was working, not protesting. So I was the only thing opening like around. So the riots are exhausting. So I sold them Coca-Colas and whatnot, and I began to talk with them, listen to them, and understand them. And it's a very surreal thing. And there was one time I was singing with a Mapuche, this native Chilean like protestante, and they were called like Primera Línea, and we were singing in Mapudungun, is an old native tongue, and at like 3 meters away there was two kids like stabbing kids from 15, 17. They were with big knives, and this guy was like, take it easy, they're going to figure it out, so let it go. And after that we were just like, they respect me for a while and I respect them for a while. When I say they, I just talking about the small, the troublemakers, and they were on drugs all the time, so they say they didn't remember what they do. They are just burning everything, and sometimes it got out of hands, and they were that became like a spot because I put like little tables and everything, and we projected films and tried to integrate all the neighborhood. I think it's a very important place, that place. The bad thing is the problem is that I sucked head of a business that I don't really know anything about, because there's a lot of considerations that are needed to be done, and variables that everything adds. But I didn't know what products the people want. So, and to tell you the truth, I don't give a shit. I'm good at making digital solutions, and that's what I always end up doing. So now I'm doing that. And eventually, the riots began to disappear, and after a while, new businesses came and kicked my ass, and that's only like logical, and that was it. I think there's a lot of sides to this. There were an agreement that was impossible. I went to meetings with the sheriff of the Santiago de Chile, with a lot of other business owners of the place, of that little area. And we had a meeting and we talked about security issues, and I understood the magnitude of the difference, because police was treating them like criminals, all of them. It's a very dangerous thing when you generalize if you don't know for sure. So all of them are criminals. And the police, all of them were fucking brutal to the other side. I was in a lawless zone for a while there. Everyone in that zone had a lot of stories, bad situations. That shit went down hard, man. I was even on national television. Was crazy. So the takeaway of all this, to me, is fuck. So one of the many lessons that I learned, really listen. Empathy is a powerful resource. If people see that sincerity, they open up, and that is your responsibility to open up and try to understand. It's a good thing to have your opinion. It's a bad thing if you express it when nobody asks it. So there were a lot of difference between the people who were manifesting an opinion and protesting against how the government gave his back at them. They didn't know any civic education, so it's not fair to ask them to behave. So, and I know it's not a popular opinion, and things could get out of hands quickly, and they, believe me, I know. So it's a very thin line. It's like a compass, a moral compass. In any other decision that you have to make in your life. That's, for me, that's the takeaway. So yeah, I'm not good at ending like long videos, so peace.